Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Friday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand, and woo, Matthew, it's very spooky, isn't it? The storm, the satellite imagery is coming in, all different kinds of satellite imagery that we don't really understand, but it looks bad. But especially that one in the middle there, yep, they've managed to capture an image that looks a bit like a skull there. So it doesn't get much scarier than that, except when you've got the governor of the state, the Florida governor, Rick Scott, telling everybody that if you don't evacuate, this storm will kill you. That's a quote. And also that you will lose electricity. He's a bit of a downer, this guy, isn't it? He's not really looking at any silver linings, not really providing people with much hope. He's kind of like gone on here and said, panic, do panic, whatever you do, panic, we're all going to die. So, but on the bright side, these sorts of press conferences do provide that magic opportunity for, can you spot him? Yes, you can, of course you can, for the signing interpreter. Because we don't want deaf people to be blown away, that's for sure. And I thought it was Drew Carey there for a minute. It isn't, I don't think. But he's into it, very animated, as they always are. I find them entertaining to watch. I think it's partly because I don't know what they're saying. I guess in this case he's saying this storm will kill you and you will lose electricity. I'm assuming that's what that sign's for. Hey, look at those fat kids! Parents of overweight children are being encouraged to sign them up to a new Massey University study. This study looks into how overweight children move differently in the water and on land. How awesome would it make you feel if you were one of the fat kids signed up to this study? Oh, get in that tank, fat kid. We want to see how you move. Now we want to see how you move on land. Yep, that's great. Good work on the self-esteem there, Massey University. Hey, I'm sorry, Stephen, what's your name? I've forgotten the guy's name now. Stephen, it's one of those names that sometimes there's an E on the end of it, and anyway, it'll come to me. One of you watching might know. The guy who's going to be the new UKIP leader, except this is a recent photo of him. He had some kind of epileptic style seizure after getting into a bit of an altercation and collapsed. And yeah, it's a great picture. I feel sorry for him. This is in the European Parliament. I feel bad, and yet I can't stop looking at that picture. It's perfect. It's like in the movies, you know, when somebody jumps out of a building to kill themselves, and they always show them splayed on the ground like that, and you always think, oh, that looks a little bit like they've positioned everything. But that's actually what people look like when they collapse. That's so cool. I've got Sexton asking me if we got a new flag. Do you mean the whole country, or just me, or the station? I presume you mean the country. No, we didn't. I don't understand why. Because our existing one was dumb. But anyway, we all voted, and most people, and by most people I mean a small majority of people, like the original one. And finally, speaking of voting for things, we're coming to the end of the local body elections here, where we vote for city councils, district health boards, that sort of thing. And when I say we, hardly any of us do. But in saying that, Auckland Council says despite a slow start, they're now expecting voter turnout to beat the last local body elections in 2013. So that's good, because I think that was the lowest ever in recorded history. So it'd be good if we do beat the lowest turnout in recorded history. But anyway, low voter turnout in regions prompted the Electoral Commission to open up extra booths in malls for people to vote. Now this concerns me because I'm worried that people are accidentally voting when they think they're getting free samples of hand cream. And that's not an informed decision. I'm just saying. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me up your Periscope, and I will see you back here on Monday for more.